Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Norma. Today I would like to show you how I took this $2 candle holder from Ikea and made a trinket dish out of it. I took alcohol ink and painted the inside, and then I sealed it with a sealer, and then I put a layer of resin down just to make sure that the ink doesn't come off and make it a lot more durable. So the colors that I used are purple and gold, and I'll link those exact colors down in the description. The first thing I was going to do was just paint the inside, and so you'll see I'm going to dot some paint on there real easy. Just took some alcohol ink, made some dots, then I added some plain alcohol 91%, put that on there, blow it around just to move the ink around. Added some white. I was hoping to give it a little bit more depth. Sometimes the white doesn't mix as easy, so I thought that would look nice. Added a bunch more gold. Then I decided to paint the sides. I thought, well, since it's already there, so you'll see me kind of roll it around and try to get the sides painted. I thought that would look nice too. And then you can just clean off any alcohol that gets, any ink that gets where you don't want it. It'll clean off real easy. Just take some 91% rubbing alcohol and it'll wipe off. But you'll see me, I'm just kind of moving it around. You'll see a few places skip in the video, and that's because I was wearing glasses and the camera kept focusing on the glasses and not on the ink, so sorry about that. So it does have a few places where it kind of skips. And then right now I'm just taking some paper towels and I'm wiping up the little dots, just because those will dry darker and I don't like the way it looks. Totally personal preference. If you like it, leave it. I just like to wipe them out. I think it looks nicer. And then I'm just kind of blowing it off, looking at it, seeing how it is. And then, like I was saying, just take some 91% alcohol and you can wipe off any that gets where you don't like it, or not where you don't like it, but where it's not supposed to be. After I let that dry, I just wasn't satisfied with it. My sister suggested maybe I should paint the whole thing. So I tried to put masking tape underneath, thinking that that would protect the bottom. As you'll see, it does not. The alcohol and the ink just takes off the tape, so it goes straight through. So don't even bother taping if you're going to try this. So I just went around it first with the light purple to try to give it a good coverage. And then you'll see that I'm going to go in and I'll add the darker purple, the gold, and blow it around. Just in case you didn't know, the way that you clean the brushes after you use the alcohol ink is you just take 91% alcohol, 70% alcohol, put it on the brush. You can put it in a little cup, swish it around. I normally just squeeze it onto the brush and then brush the brush against a paper towel, clean paper towel, to get out the ink. You can leave it on there until you want to use it the next time, because the ink is just going to dry, and whenever you put the alcohol on, it's going to activate it back. It's not like acrylics where you have to clean them off or you can run the brush. The alcohol inks, you can leave it till you're ready to clean it. Here you'll see I'm going in with the darker purple now to try to mix it in. Put some alcohol on there, blow it around, and then you'll see me just twist it any which way, trying to get the ink up onto where I want it. There's really no rhyme or reason, just however you like it. The alcohol ink dries pretty fast here. You'll just see me again with a paper towel trying to get off those little dots that are left. Sometimes it gives it a little bit more texture too, even depending on how wet it is. Not on this, but on like a painting. You might even get the print of the paper towel on your painting. And you'll see I'm checking the tape, and yeah, it didn't work real well. It leaked through. And you'll see on the back it's kind of messy, but that's okay. All I need to do is take alcohol and I can wipe it up or clean it up. After the ink dried, I've sealed it with a spray varnish, Kamar Varnish. If you have a Hobby Lobby close by, they have a weekly 40% off coupon, which I would highly recommend. That's also where I got this resin, Amazing Clear Cast, and that's the resin that I'm going to be using to cover the Trinket dishes. You're going to mix the resin equal parts A and B into a cup and stir it for at least 3 minutes. You want to make sure that it's mixed thoroughly, scrape the sides and the bottom, and then after I mix it for 3 minutes, I will pour it into another container just to make sure that there's none on the sides that didn't get mixed, because that can make your resin not cure and harden like it should. It could make it sticky. And so I've always just poured it into another dish to make sure that doesn't happen. In this case, I'm pouring it into two, because I'm going to be covering 2 different Trinket dishes. After I pour it into the dishes, then I'll leave it for a couple minutes just to try to let some of the bubbles settle out. One thing I forgot to mention is you do want to wear gloves anytime you're dealing with resin. One time I got not this brand but a different brand on my hand and it actually burned, so just make sure to get some gloves and wear those whenever you're dealing with the resin. And now on the purple one, I'm fixing to mix it up. I was looking to see if I could push some of the bubbles out. They say you can push it against the side to try to get rid of it. Wasn't really working for me, so I took my little torch gun and I tried to torch some of the bubbles out, and that'll help too. Normally I do that once it's already on the project and not in the container. But for this time I was just seeing, but since the resin is so thick or so deep, it didn't really work that well, just a little bit. But one thing about it, kind of heated up the resin, made it easier to pour. So you try things, some things work, some things don't, just the way it is. So I'm gonna tried with the foam brush to brush the tops because I didn't want it to leak down into the bottom. I figured there'd be a little bit, but I was hoping not to have a lot of drips on the bottom, and you'll see me wipe the bottom, try to make sure none is on there or no drips, and then pour it in, mix it around, and you just want to get it an even coat on all of it. And it is self-leveling, so it will level as long as you put it on a level surface to dry. And you'll see I try to poke some holes through the little flower petals, put the torch gun on there to get the bubbles out. And then here's the second one. On this one, as you can see, I didn't paint the sides, so it's a little bit easier. You just put it in there, roll it around, and then you'll make sure that it's on a level surface again to dry. Another thing you'll want to make sure and cover your resin project. It takes about 24 hours to dry, and during that time, any dust or pet hair in the air, if it lands on the wet resin, it will stick to it and you won't be able to get it off without sanding it down and re-resining it. So it's just better to cover it to make sure. And you'll also, I normally check it about 30-45 minutes after I do it, just to make sure there's no bubbles. You can use a torch gun to get the bubbles out. You can spray the top of it with 91% alcohol to pop bubbles. You can use a toothpick if there's any big bubbles. And you can hear the cat probably meowing in the background. She's hungry. But so check it after about 30 minutes just to make sure there's no big bubbles in there. But cover it after that, put it on a level surface, and leave it for 24 hours. Okay, so it's been 2 days and they're completely dry now. You can see they're really nice and shiny. I just really like how the resin brings out the colors and the shine in the alcohol ink. I think it makes it a lot prettier. And also with the resin, you don't have to worry about it chipping off. Now the bottom of the purple one didn't turn out so good. I will go back and probably sand the bottom. There's a few little places with some resin on it. But I found this cute little flower pot, put my bracelets in it, and then put this on top, and then you can hang earrings on it. Just a cute little jewelry dish. So what do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? I really like it. My favorite one is the white with the red, the pink, and the gold. The purple is pretty. It just doesn't match my stuff. Um, I'm also going to try one with black and gold. I think that would be really nice, the white, black, and gold. And then, like I said, they're just $2 at Ikea, so a really great price. And actually the flower pot too was just a couple dollars at Ikea. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer. Thank you again. Bye.